Everything about this jacket is like it's been designed for a climber, for an arborist. It's so square. There is no shape to this jacket whatsoever. Premium high standard jacket. And then it came, and as soon as I put it on, like, it's...
Hello.
Hello and welcome to climbingarborist.com. My name is Dan Holiday and this video is all about rain jackets. What is the best rain jacket for tree work? Now, I have a very strong opinion on this because I have been through so many rain jackets. I work in a very wet climate, so I've come to my own very strong conclusion, and I'm going to share all of my thoughts. I've spent so much money, so I think I have the answer and I want to tell you all about it. So let's go and grab all of my rain jackets that I've had for the last few years, and I'll talk you through all of them. Let's go! These are all my rain jackets that I still own, that are in the truck or in my storage or whatever. So this is a really thin Columbia jacket. This is what me and the guys call the Postman Pat jacket. This one's made by CAN-SWE, a British Columbia company. This is a really thin Helly Hansen, just like rubbery, not breathable rain jacket. This is a thicker version of that, which is being worn a lot because you can see it's really started to like wear through there, that rubbery material, and pockets coming off and stuff. Then we got the two breathe dry jackets from Arbortec, and finally this is the one. This is my favorite, the Kuiu Yukon jacket. So I'm going to explain all my issues with these jackets, but I'm going to start with the Kuiu and tell you why this jacket is so amazing. So first of all, I have to give you my personal opinion. What do I look for in a waterproof jacket? Now, when we're talking about being a tree climber, we're not just talking about any waterproof jacket. We're not talking about the latest trends in waterproof jackets, because as somebody just walking down the street or going for a hike, that's one thing to have a rain jacket. For people going out and climbing trees every day, like brushing through the canopy, like scraping through forks, against branches, all that kind of stuff, that's completely different, and that will completely rub off any kind of waterproofing on 99% of rain jackets. Like that's the problem that I've experienced throughout my career, and this is why, like, it's only up until the last few years since I bought my Kuiu rain jacket. When did I get that? Maybe 2 or 3 years ago now. I've actually realized there is such a thing as like a good waterproof jacket. So it's got to stand up to like being ripped by branches and sticks and twigs, that kind of thing, but it can't be so thick that it's like too heavy to move around in and restricts like your arm movements, because obviously as we're climbing around, as we're using hand saws, as we're using chainsaws, as we're reaching up on our ropes, we're using a lot of like arm movement. So it needs to have like movement and flexibility, but it needs to be durable and stand up to like branches and twigs and things that can like rip the jacket. So let me tell you the reason why I bought this jacket in the first place. So I'm very dubious about rain jackets. Every rain jacket claims to be 100% waterproof, the best jacket, all that kind of stuff. My friend Connor, who works for me, friend, colleague, partner in crime, he bought this rain jacket. I don't know where he heard of it, I don't know why he got it. It's not a brand that I'd heard of. Kuiu is a hunting brand, and he came into work and he's like, yeah, check out this new jacket. And he's like, I'd done all my research. He'd heard about it on a podcast, and I was like, oh, he's just been sold the whole spiel by somebody talking about something on a podcast. And I said, if that jacket is still waterproof in 3 months' time, because he got it in like the really wet season and like over the winter and stuff, if I said if that jacket is still waterproof in 3 months time, I'll get one. Every like week he would wear it when it was raining. I would say to him, let me feel the inside of your jacket, let me feel the inside of the jacket. And every time he'd open it up and he was like, yeah, like, so I'd feel all around the inside of his jacket. And like 3-4 months later, I asked him again when it was pouring down, felt the inside of his jacket when I was soaking wet, and the inside of his jacket was dry, his sweater that he had on was dry, and I was like, right, I'm getting one. So that is why I spent the money on this jacket, because these jackets are expensive. Alright, so I've got my helmet on just because it makes me look a little bit more official. This is my Kuiu Yukon jacket, and it's just like, there's no jacket that's come anywhere close. I mean, I've not tried every rain jacket on the market. I'm sure there's other good ones, but the reason that this is so good is because it's designed for hunting. So the downside is you can't get it in any bright colors, so I got this like plain kind of like natural earthy green. The upside is everything about this jacket is like it's been designed for a climber, for an arborist. So let me explain. Number one, hands down, waterproof. I came to the conclusion that there was no such thing as a good actual waterproof jacket, apart from something that was like complete rubber. For me personally, a waterproof jacket should be a jacket that keeps you dry without babying the jacket, without having to treat it all the time, without having to wash it all the time, tumble dry it, put new treatment on it. I want a jacket that I can wear day in, day out in the pouring rain, where I don't have to be treating it, and it's going to keep me dry while climbing through the canopy, getting brushed, not getting ripped, all that kind of stuff. So that's why I've struggled up to this point to find a good waterproof jacket. Need something robust. This Kuiu jacket has been designed for hunting, been designed for like walking through the bush, through the undergrowth, through thick forest, through marshland. I don't hunt, so I'm trying to explain what I imagine like you're hiking through, but just like just hiking through the wilderness. So this has been designed for that purpose. So it's like climbing through the canopy, through branches, through thorns, rubbing through the canopy. Because when you first buy a rain jacket, every one of these rain jackets that I've got here, you get that nice beading of the water. You're like, oh, this is great, this is rain jacket. As soon as you put it to work, you're at work in the trees for like an hour, and what you thought was waterproof is completely soaked through at that point, because they all have like these fancy coatings on the outside, and it's all this kind of stuff. But when you actually go to work, that just fails every time. So it wants to be robust material, but it doesn't want to be so thick that it's really heavy and it impedes like movement. So this, like, you're moving around, you need flexibility, you need to be reaching up for your rope, you need to be reaching out for pruning, you need to be able to use your handsaw, you need to be able to twist. This has got that perfect balance between it being fairly thick and robust for like going like through the branches, through the canopy, but it's not so thick that it's like heavy, and it's not so thick that it restricts like movement. Probably the best bit about this jacket, especially if you're a climber, is the cuffs. It's got like a 2-inch rubber cuff to it, so when normally you descend on your rope, and even if you've got a tight cuff, it's still going to get soaking wet. With this being like rubber, you don't get that like really wet cuff, which is quite nice when you come to put your jacket back on like after lunch, and you don't have that like soggy wet cuff. It has this rubbery cuff that's like tighter than every other rain jacket that I've got on the bench here, so that the wrist is already quite tight, and then you've got the extra assistance to the Velcro if you need it, because obviously when you're coming down your rope, and the rope's soaking wet, the hitch squeezes all the water and it goes down your wrist and all that kind of stuff. But this has been the best jacket for the wrist. So you got those really good cuffs on there. Dermizax NX, that's the kind of the brand of waterproofing. So it's like Gore-Tex is a brand, that's the brand of this one. They don't use Gore-Tex, they use Dermizax. it's got 2 pockets down here, 2 chest pockets that are like got nice waterproof seals on. The zips are actually really like pretty hard to like move because they're well designed and waterproofed. So it's not like just like your average zip on a jacket that's just up. Like it can feel you've got to put a bit of effort in to like undo it. Obviously it's got all the waterproof sealing along the seams. It has a little drawstring down on the waist there. It's and to me, like different people like different sizes and different fits and everything like that. So if you like a really long range jacket, then this is not that. I prefer one that, like, you know, my hip bones are here. My trousers sit there, so it's just a little lower. It's not really long like the Arbortec. They're long jackets. The Helly Hansen was similar size to this one, but this is the fit that I like. It even has some vents, has armpit vents for cooling if it's like hot but raining. I cannot recommend this enough. The next one, now this is funny. This is from a company called CAN-SWE. Now, they actually contacted me a long time ago wanting me to test out their rain jacket, and they said this is the best rain jacket on the planet. Everybody loves it. All the loggers in BC wear it. And I said, and I'd got my Kuiu at this point, so I said to them, this is the jacket that I wear right now. This is brilliant. So if yours isn't like amazing, then you know it's not. I don't know. It's got to be like premium, high standard jacket. And then it came, and as soon as I put it on, like it's so square. There is no shape to this jacket whatsoever. It's like it's so like the cuffs are huge. The sleeves are huge. It doesn't have a zip. I presume that's because the zips aren't good at being waterproof or something. It just has the buttons. Obviously has a reflective band, but I just feel like a postman, and the fit is just terrible. Like the movement. I imagine it feels quite durable, which is why the loggers might like it. Yeah, it feels pretty durable, but just climbing around in this, it feels restrictive. Doesn't feel like you've got like, I don't know, just feels too like, look, it all like bunches up on your arms and stuff. So yeah, did not like that at all. Not for me. Might be a great brand if you're a logger, but not for me, that one. This is the Arbortec rain jacket. So the good thing about this is that you can stick it over your helmet. Or can you? Whoa. Kind of. Oh, cool. I made that look hard, didn't I? Maybe it's not designed for that. Yeah, so this one I wear. I mean, you can see it's not really had much use because it's still nice and orange. I mainly wear this because when I need to be seen, be visible. So when I need a high vis jacket, I wear this. Yeah, I mean, I don't like rain jackets that don't zip all the way down, that you have to pull over. I don't really like this pocket that goes all the way through because I'd rather it be 2 individual pockets. Yeah, I mean, it's got like these quite good like cuffs on it. It has the insert that you can put your thumb through, and then it has that Velcro. Has a chest pocket, but I've found when I started wearing the black one quite regularly, and within like no time this thing is just absolutely soaked through. Wear my woolen jumper under there. Yeah, so these two, I never really wear them anymore. I just have them in my storage locker. I wear this one sometimes when I need the high vis. That's about it. Let's have a look at the Helly Hansen. So this is a jacket that I used to wear a lot. Just quite a regular kind of, quite a nice fit. It's a bit shorter than the Kuiu. It's got the non-zip pockets there. It's got a chest pocket. It's got Velcro on the sleeve, obviously. It had a pocket there. It's just peeling away because that pocket is glued. It has a hood that folds out in the back. It's got a nice bit of soft material just around the face. Yeah, so like I say, I actually wore this for quite a long time until I discovered my Kuiu. So this was okay, but it's really starting to wear now, and I mean that's fair enough. It's pretty old. I can't remember where all those wear points were. Oh yeah, under the armpits actually. That's the main wear point there. But yeah, you can see this one has seen some use. It's nice and dirty. And then I got this Helly Hansen jacket. This is thinner than the other one. I mainly wear this. I wore this when I was air spading. As you can see, it's absolutely filthy. So yeah, this one, it was just like a jacket to stop me getting filthy, or stop all my clothes getting dirty when I was air spading. Never wear that one. Don't even know where it came from actually. This is just a little, just a regular Joe kind of Columbia rain jacket when I was wanting to try and save money, and I saw this in a shop. Wasn't that expensive, and it said 100% waterproof on the tags, and I was like, oh, if it says so. And I said to the shopkeeper, has this come with a warranty, because I don't think it'll be 100% waterproof. And lasted about 2 hours of work, and then I was soaked through. So the difference between all the jackets that I've tried and the Kuiu jacket is that when the Kuiu is old and seems to get soaking wet through on the outside, it's not beading anymore, it still doesn't seem to get soaking wet on the inside, whereas all the other jackets, once they've been worn a bit and are not beading anymore, you seem to get wet on the inside. So I don't know what the design is, what they've done. It says like 3-layer technology, all the stuff that, I don't know, is obviously design, marketing, whatever, it works. That is only in my opinion, by the way. Okay, my final tip for working in the rain, and this one is very valuable, really important, is wear a good woolen jumper underneath, because even if you have a crap waterproof jacket, if you wear like a good wool sweater like this one underneath, it'll keep you warm, because even when wet, wool keeps you warm. This is a brand called Stanfield, which is a really well-known Canadian brand. All the loggers wear them like throughout the winter in Canada when it's like cold, wet, snowy, because wool is really warm, and yeah, when it's wet it's the best thing to wear. So my tip above anything else, if you can't afford an expensive rain jacket, just get a good woolen jumper and stick that under your crappy rain jacket, and then you'll be good to go. So the rain pants or rain trousers that I have actually are just the Helly Hansen, like the rubbery kind. They're not the thick rubber. They have the elasticated waistband, but they're easy on and off, and so I don't feel like the trousers need to be all that fancy. They don't need to be like breathable, because you got on top of your chainsaw trousers anyway. You just need some kind of extra protection from the rain. So trousers, I go, as long as they're a bit stretchy and easy to put on over your stuff, I go for those, but I still like lightweight. Sticking with the trusty Kuiu, even when this one starts wearing through, and maybe I start to get some like tears in it or something, or the seams or the stitching starts to go, I think I'll just buy another one. But like Stitching is still all good. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope this is a really good video for you if you're looking for a waterproof jacket and you're an arborist. I couldn't recommend this enough. Obviously you can see how passionate I am about it. I have no skin in the game, so I've not been sponsored for this video, but this is the jacket I would buy 10 times over. So yeah, good luck, stay dry, stay safe, and see you on the next video. Ta-ra.
Goodbye.